You're modding your car wrong. We all love modifying our cars. That's probably one of the main reasons why we all have BMWs. If you're anything like me, you quickly realized, probably early on, that BMW is one of the best brands with the most aftermarket support for modifications. Holy shit, guy. People don't look when they cross the street. Fuck. Anyway, what I was saying was, yeah, we all have BMWs because we love modifying our cars. At least I do. Not everyone watching this maybe modifies. I think most of you probably do if you're on YouTube looking at car content. And I was just thinking, I wanted to make this video all about modifying your car too fast. You know, I think this G30 is my 8th car. Something like that. I've had a lot of cars. I'm sure some of you guys out there have way more than me, and I'm sure some of you are like, 8 cars, what the fuck? And over my time with my cars, I've modified every single one. I've done something to every single one of them, and some of them I've done a lot, and some of them I haven't done that much. Like I said in a few other videos, my C43, I think I just did spacers. I changed my ambient light color, and I added a sub. And an intake. Android screen, whatever. Point being is, we all modify, and I've been doing it for a long time, and I've learned something, and I'm really trying to practice it, and I am practicing it with this car. And that is, just take your time when you're modifying your cars. The most recent example of me going way too fast was, I had an F30. I bought it over COVID. It was when I still had my E39 M5, and I had just finished changing all the camshaft sensors. I set my Vanos board to Dr. Vanos in Texas. I thought it was gonna be up and running and healthy. And I get it back and it was running fine, and then the electronics started to really go. Like various modules were having issues, and I was like, dude, I can't afford this thing anymore, which is so fucking sad. But anyway, I traded that in kind of on an impulse because I didn't have a job at the time, and I'm like, I need a car. I don't have an income. I can't afford to fix this if it breaks again and I don't have a fucking car, if that's the case. So I got an F30 328. It was a 2018. It looked clean. It was a cool spec. It was, I forget the name of the color, but it was like that darker silver with red interior, which honestly, at first I loved the red interior. It was a little loud, but it had the M package. It had everything going for it. It was cool. And I just immediately started modding it, man. I did so much to that car. I did skirt, slip, diffuser. I bought the M Performance exhaust. That wasn't loud enough. I got an electric cutout. I lowered it on H&R springs. I got spacers. Just countless things. And I just kept doing this back to back mods, and I couldn't stop looking for the next thing. I was chasing something. And that's kind of the moral of the story. I was chasing this feeling of having to change the car. And I did this I ended up selling it after a year. After a year, I traded it in. And it made me realize that the reason why I was in this situation, I was modding it so fast because it wasn't the right car for me. I was trying to make it something that it wasn't. And ultimately, I was just trying to modify the void in my heart with that car. No shade to any of you that own that car. It's a great car. Oh, I also had a JB4, and then I boot mod stage 1'd it. So I just did all the things to it that I could think of. And in doing that, I never actually stopped and appreciated what that car was, which was a great commuter car that got amazing gas mileage, and it looked good and it drove well. And I ruined the drive with the H&R springs, and the cutout was fun, but it was ridiculous. It was so loud. And with this car, I am forcing myself to take my time modifying it. I've had it for about 4 months now. And the very first thing I did to it was modify the sport seats to make them more comfortable, because I had to. And when I bought it on my way home, I've already done it with my AMG, with my C43. Not in the same manner, but seats wasn't a big deal to me. I'm like, I can make this work. I can work with it. But that was the first one out of necessity for me. And then my second mod was spacers. And then I did my M puddle lights, which I love. It's one of my favorite mods, honestly, and it was like $60. And that's as far as mods. Oh, and I did like black emblems, and I did a license plate frame holder, a silicone one, because I'm going to get a sub eventually. Or put my sub in rather, but I'm waiting for a specific thing to do that. So stay tuned for the sub install, because it's going to be fucking dope. But my point is, and I stage 1 tuned it, finally, after 4 months. But there's so much I want to do. I want to do carbon fiber exterior parts, like I want to do diffuser lip, side skirts, deck lid spoiler. I want to do exhaust for sure. Oh yeah, my intake. So I have modified the car. But again, my point is, my pacing is much, much slower. And what that's allowing me to do is not only like learn the car and appreciate the car as it comes from the factory, but it's making me not make the wrong decisions for mods. I think oftentimes we get excited, and I'm saying we, I'm speaking for myself, but if you guys can relate to this, then that's why I'm talking about this out loud. You get so excited just to change something, and then you change it, but you don't really think like, dude, should I change it? It's that classic Jeff Goldblum Jurassic Park. They didn't, they kept wondering if they could. They didn't stop and think if they should. And all of a sudden, you might end up with a car that has all these loud mods on it, loud visually, loud audibly, and it just becomes like, it's not classy, dude. It's not a classy car anymore. And if that's not your goal, then that's totally fine. But that's my goal with this car. With this car, and I've said it before in my other videos, I'm going for a collection of subtle modifications. Like, some won't be as subtle as others, but I don't want to do one thing to the car that is like, draws all the attention. I want it to be a cohesive, understated sum of badass details. So when you get, it's just like a cool painting. When you like look at it from afar, you're like, oh, that's a good painting. And then you walk up to it and you're like, holy shit, look at the details in the eyes, or the clouds or whatever. That's what I'm after. And I've seen, again, not throwing shade on anybody's builds, because like we all have our own taste, right? Like that might not be what you want to do. You might want to fucking have your car be one giant middle finger of awesome while you're driving around, and you want everyone to look at you. I totally get that. But I've seen some people's builds on all cars, but like with the G30s as well. And they're just doing too much, man. Like in my eyes, they're doing too much. They're taking away from what this car is. Because this car in the end is a luxury, sporty, executive commuter sedan. That's what it is. So when you try to push it into this, level of like tuner car, to me it just doesn't match. And when I see like all these different colored, tail lights and like crazy DRL colors, for me personally, it just turns me off to the whole build. Or like massive high kick deck lid spoilers, all that shit. I just think it's not the right move. And again, this is speaking from my opinion. This is definitely, that's for my car. But mainly the point I want to get across is take your time when you're modifying your car. Just take your time. Take your time selecting each individual modification, each exterior piece, if you're gonna get a set of wheels, like marinate on it, dude. Marinate on it. Because wheels can make or break a car. Even in stock form. If you get nice wheels on it and it has a good stance and you drop it a little bit, like that can set your entire build off right away. Like that's it. You can probably just get away with that and everyone's gonna be like, damn, dude, nice car. And when you move too fast, I also just think you end up spending a lot of money. You might end up buying a mod and it's a shitty version of that mod. Like maybe it's a cheap part and you have to rebuy the original one that costs more. So I guess this is just a reminder to myself and anyone else who's watching this who's really hell-bent on like changing everything right away. Just take your time, man. Take your time and enjoy your car and enjoy every piece you put on it and enjoy the research behind every piece you buy. Because you're looking on the forums at which one's the good one, and which ones to avoid and all that stuff. But anyway, guys, I love modding. I'm sure most all you guys do too. And I just kind of wanted to share my thoughts on where I'm at in my life with modifying this car. there's still plenty more mods to come. They're not gonna come as fast as maybe some other car creators on YouTube, but they are coming. And the next step for me, I actually have my intake on the car now, which I love. If I haven't posted that video yet, I will post it soon, but I'm sure it's up by the time I release this video. But exhaust, I cannot wait to get exhaust in this car. I can't wait to get it. It needs to be able to have a valve that can open and close, that can be quiet and then loud enough when I want it to be. But hope you found value in this, guys. I love engaging with you. Leave any comments, questions you have for me, and until next time, have a good one.